Hello, hello. Welcome in, what's first? Psychic Yeko. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Hello, what an entrance! What an entrance! How are you? How is everyone? I love that. I'm just gonna That's gone immediately to the group chat. Welcome in, Watts. How are you? Oh, I love it. Damn it. First once is wrong. This is fantastic. Oh my god, you are literally making me chuckle right now. It's fantastic. Welcome in. My lights are working. My light decided not to work, and it was only before I went live I realised, I look a bit dark behind me. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. You're like straight in there. Welcome, Scoback as well. Oh, good guys. You just had 7 pancakes. Nice. Oh, I didn't share with you guys. I'll now put that on the group chat. Vault Boy, I must admit, I did make some pancakes the other day. I've had a bit of a flip around, you see. I had Pancake Day first, and then Valentine's yesterday. Which reminds me, what? I might request your services for a new cookie cutter. Which will make sense when you watch the video. So, happy Pancake Day, everyone! So, Vault Boy made some lovely Vault Tech ones, which in the Vault Wheel, a Nuka-Cola bottle, and himself may now have broken one of them. Yeah, where's Tonk? It's still in its box. It's still in its box.
Here we go. So, cheese, 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 butter.
Spread it on the bread. Bollocks.
Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Of course, perhaps I've designed some others while I'm at it. I've decided I'm going to keep it. I've still got the video. I just need to edit it as an epic fail. But for some reason, because obviously I have to help Vault Boy make these pancakes, because we have to make the pancakes and you cut them out. They are only 3D printed that my mum got me a little while ago, a few years ago, and for some reason my little head went go like that on them. Just you know, and it broke. So Vault Boy wasn't very impressed with me that I broke the Nuka-Cola cookie cutter. I mean, it was still usable. We managed to make another one out of it, me and Vault Boy. But it even has like the middle section, so you can, if you're doing actual cookies, imprint it. But welcome in, Paint It. So yeah, my tongue is downstairs. My Baneblade is still in its box. I'm on a mission to finish this. I'm hopefully getting the new Katam from Necrons tonight. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for it to come out, and then a friend who works in a Warhammer shop was like, mate, it's out already. I was like, oh, so King and Peanut didn't pick it up for me when I went last week, so I sent them in with a gift voucher that I have and some cash to go and pick up the new Necron model. So I should be getting that at some point this evening. But welcome in, everyone. Yes, I have my tonk to do. I've still got to build it. It's still in its box. Hasn't moved from the coffee table. Your time machine won't work against my ancient magic. Why is this? This is not. My crowbar works great on your knees. My restream is not working all of a sudden for some bizarre reason. Why are we now not working? It didn't like that comment. It's just gone. Exactly. It's not working on the time travel-ness. This is so strange. I'm just going to have to end my restream chat and then reopen the dock again because... But I hope everyone has a great pancake day. I didn't actually get to have pancakes today. This is why I had to make pancakes earlier. But I had Fallout inspired ones. I was gonna make them green, Oh, sorry, Vault Boy was gonna make green ones, but I didn't have any green dyes, so. Mecha Glorbo! We are going to try and do a little bit of highlighting on these. So this is what they're looking at. I'm looking at other pieces like I've got so much to do. But I hope everyone's keeping well. Oh good, my Restream chat's working again. RIP once. I love that, like straight in there. Straight in there. So I've got a lot to be doing. I still got this thing and I'm not entirely sure. Should we paint that thing? And then I've got Mr. Man. And then I've just got to stick them all pieces back together and these bits. And I've still got to do his cape, which I'm not quite sure how to do. Die from it. I think he did. This is very. I have touched his knee. I can understand him dying from knee pain. You know what? Should we paint Mr. Man today? Oh, I've just found another one of them things that I could have painted. And what the hell? I don't currently know where that belongs. We'll find out. It is a box of bits, but this also is all basically in there now. And his cape. Which is me before me. I did. I can confirm. He probably did die from his knees. So he currently got one leg up on my computer whilst I was stream. Oh no way! Model Blinky. I can see you pretty. I was thinking then to mimic how I mentioned, but I'm thinking that's probably not a very attractive view right there to pull out on stream right now from this angle. So I can imagine you're just like, just chilling, one leg up, you know. Yo, Varpates, welcome in! Hello friends, I can't hang out, but Twitch mode was being. No worries at all. It can be up and down. It can be up and down. You're welcome, Microboa. I mean, that's one way to sort it out, right? That definitely does the job. I can hear you, but no video. Any ideas? I just go sound. Have you tried turning it back on or off, on again? Like IT crowd. Sometimes that works. If you shut down and restart. Twitch app. Hopefully.
Here we go. So,
Cheese. Cheese. Cheese.
Cheese. Cheese.
Not saying you're stupid by that. It can happen. It can happen.
Bollocks. Cheese. Cheese. Cheese.
What should I do first? Have you tried doing it for none again? You cannot. If you've seen the IT crowd, you would appreciate that. If you haven't seen IT crowd, you think I'm being really nasty. But it's the IT crowd. Turn it off and on again. I reinstalled it. Oh, very odd. It's covered to me before, but I confirm her video is working. Just checking both cams. That's really weird, especially if you've reinstalled it as well. Oh, how weird. No idea, I'm afraid, my friend. Because sometimes I know people have issues and they have to literally shut down, swipe away the app and start again or reinstall it. That's really weird. Already confirmed before. Loud and clear my end. First thing. At least that's good, because you do start to think, is it me or is it the streamer? I'm probably pretty sure it's a streamer end, you know. Unless the drugs are hitting too hard. Prescription drugs, by the way. That refers to many comments in this section, but I know what you mean. It's good, and yes, the IT reference hit. Good, good. I thought some people would be like, oh my god, that's really me. I'm glad that hit. Oh, who doesn't love the IT crowd? Have you tried turning it fast and on again? It's like, this is the internet. Pretty much my knowledge of the internet is the internet. I think you just need some rat paste. Look, yes, it's the same glove. I don't know why I'm in quite a dancey mood. Don't ask why. Maybe because I'm getting a new model. Not that I need another new model, because I have all of my Krieg to build and I have my Baneblade to build. But I'm getting a new model tonight. Apparently, they can confirm it was there last week with my name on it. And I'm like, they better have kept it. So I'm hoping Peanut and King actually bring back my model that has been on order. That apparently came out last week. And I'm like, I know it's coming out at some point. I thought they were going to magically turn up and be like, hey, we've got you this. That's completely the wrong way. What colour should we do this? That's going to be... Wow, that was spacey because I was looking on my monitor screen, well, my Twitch, and I was like, oh, I'm miles away. And then I looked at my OBS and I'm like, okay, there's a major delay there. I'm quite tempted to also try brush this basically all silver and having that gold. I think because that then comes down like here. I can't remember. Do this blue. We could do this blue. I have no idea. Actually, no idea what part that belongs to. Such good. It's such a good show. Ah, Richard Ayoade, and then I saw. I can't think what the Irish dude's name is now. On The Travel Man. Absolutely amazing. Ayoade? I think that's what you say his name. Jem Barber. Brilliant. Yo, Cray Cray. Yo, Jam Jam. May I feel like they speak almost excessively in reference humour, and IT Crowd is one of the regular ones. Yes! The regular show. I made King watch that. Wasn't that impressed with the regular show. I just said the regular ones that triggered off in my brain to be the regular show. It's fun, isn't it? When you say something and it goes straight over somebody's head. My mom, woo! Muscle Man, Mordecai, Rigby. People are going, what on earth is she doing? I still can't really work out what colours to paint that, but I think we might just do it as the... Should we just do it all in the blue? That's gotta be blue. We'll do that as a blue. It is like meant to be like an extension. I think if I do it in any other colour... That is... Okay. I just saw his Epic Games just decided to pop up. What's Mum? It's Muscle Man! I can imagine you doing it, but as a pumpkin, so you're Muscle Man. And Skips. Think how many calories Skips must burn. Everyone else is like, what? There is a massive cop on the back of here. You know why? Because there was 3 fucking spiders I'd evict here yesterday. Okay, I didn't evict them. But there were them like ones you know you want to keep in your room because they eat the other spiders, but I was like, okay, there's 3. That's a bit excessive. You know what, I'm going to paint them that colour. I think it's the music. Right, it's Tuesday. I have a very, very long... I need to get started painting because I have to be quite strict with my stream length today because I have a very, very busy day tomorrow. So I'm like, I need to get painting. But I hope everyone had a good weekend, a good pancake day. And you could tell the TikToker because I was going, making bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. I was like, I'm not even making bacon pancakes. I was making Fallout pancakes with Old Boy, and then we accidentally broke. That's why, if you seen my video, or Vault Boy's video of making pancakes, and if you clocked, the beady eyes amongst you may have clocked, oh, there's like a pile of Vault doors, there's a pile of Vault Boys, there's only 2 Nuka-Cola bottles. Might be because somebody accidentally broke the cookie cutter. Eat a pack of skips for real gains. Exactly. A real pack. Oh, skips are well good though, but it's like I don't really eat a lot of crisps now. But skips are good. How like you know you put them on your tongue and then you let them melt. Skips, for those who might not know what they are little. How would you describe them? Not like little. They are prawn cocktail flavour. Little round discs, but they're not flats. They're kind of contact lens kind of thing, but like a nice fruity edge. You know that kind of dome, slight dome shape. I'm quite lucky I can actually paint under this. I might have to paint all the other bits blue, but oh, that's fun. Skips are honestly the best. Oh, I haven't had them for ages. To be fair, I don't tend to buy like multi crisps. You know, I'll just buy like occasionally like the the big share packs because they're good for like if there's like a couple of you or two of you. Otherwise, I don't tend to buy crisps anymore. That is too mushified to understand PC today. Skips are like little melty crisps that just out. They're like little melty crisps that you put on your tongue and then they melt. Hula hoops are ones that you have to wear as rings. Skips are ones that melt on your tongue. Oh no, I fixed it. Oh yeah, you managed. How did you fix it? Or did it just magically just go, you know what, I'm actually going to function today? Which, it probably happened. It probably had a moment. You know what, sometimes, you know, you feel like Roy, especially work with the general public. You know, when they phone you to go ask you a silly question, you feel like them putting on an answer machine message. Well, just because then you know you can answer their question. Preempt. Oh my dad, crisps are essential. Crisps are essential. They have to be part of a picnic. Sorry, you can't have a picnic without crisps. Or a gathering. Really? You have to restart your phone? Oh my god. What a faff! But I'm glad you got it working now, though. Oh, I'm still waiting to hear back from YFood, by the way. I'm not ignoring people. I then decided, I then thought maybe they're waiting for the other people, because I know 2 other people in my community, I guess you could call it, had competitions for YFood that ended on Monday. But then one time, like, I emailed them, and then they took like almost a week to get back to me because apparently they just didn't see my message. So I'm like, come on, get back to me, people. So hopefully they will. Or because it's half term, the person I've been dealing with might not even be in the office at the moment. You don't know. Space Raiders and Monster Munch used to be the ones, now it's low fat. Vegan Crunch Pockets, oh nice. What was my like go-to? Like my favourite ultimate crisps, I couldn't actually tell you. But Monster Munch and Space Raiders, I do like pickled onion flavour. Oh no, I tell you what, my all-time favourite flavour crisp, which they don't do anymore, Branston pickle. That's no, actually the farm shop near me, they brought out the Branston pickle mini cheddars. I was like, or Marmite ones. They're all right, but you know that they linger. My daughter's autism will inhale as full 12 pack of quavers. Oh, quavers! Quavers are like little waves, best way to describe them, but they're like cheesy. They're like cheesy, because we all know we like cheese. I was about to put the cheese. Okay, this is a good time to stop that from getting really loud. What's going on? I'm gonna redeem that whilst it's thinking of what it's doing. Do you remember that you're meant to play songs? Cheese, because we mentioned cheese.
Here we go. So, cheese,
Quavers
Cheese.
are so good though.
cheese, cheese, cheese. Butter spread it on the bread.
Bollocks.
Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Me too. I was trying to half do like, why isn't my music really working? Now it's gone really quiet. It went really quiet. Oh no, free stuff is worth the wait. Yes. So if you were like wondering why and whom won, the Paints won the Y food. But we're just waiting for. I can't do anything my end. I've emailed them to say that you won. I'm guessing either they may contact you directly or they might get back to me. So the next thing is they will send it to you. So it's completely now out of my control until they respond. But as I've had a previous email before, I was like, hey, I'm having a competition. My email kind of got lost in email space. So if I don't hear anything by next week, I will chase it because I have to follow up with everyone else as well. With something else as well, like a little treat. I'm also looking at buying a box myself, as well. I swear you could. I think I've seen that you could buy them. People were buying them separately. I don't know whether you have to go. I try to like look online, you know, like get Tesco's to deliver whatever. But they might not have it on there. You might be able to buy them separately. I think separately they were like £3.50 from like a shop or somewhere, a superstore, but I'm not sure. So I was speaking to a friend in Peterborough this week, and his daughter is on half term too at the moment. My kid is. Yours is next week. Oh, okay. Without doxing yourself, of course. Would you consider down south? Down south depends how up north you are. Oh, that's a good point. Where are waifus based? It says somewhere on the email. So the person could either be on half term, or maybe they might not have got my email. But I haven't gotten I didn't get an out of office. It's weird, innit? Or like how the weirdest thing is when you get like one child has to go as like starts half term, and the other one has to start like the following week. That's well weird. Or I'm sure is it February half term where the posh kids get 2 weeks off school. I know it's October half term. Saying that, I know that. I say dance. You know, people go up north. I know my accent throws a lot of people off. They have no idea where I come from, because they're like, "Where are you from?" Because my nephew, I'm gonna say nephews, no one's a baby. He's on half term now, and they're like London way. London. I'm excited. I'm excited for Paints to see like what flavour you like of the. Oh, I'm gonna dry brush them bits. I've just noticed some detail. Detail. That's the accent coming out. I was on about accents today at work with someone. They are actually Liverpudlian. Born, grew up, you know. But because they can turn it on and off. The scarce, what was it, the scarce accent? Yes. I put it on. You wouldn't know when you were generally talking to them, but they can switch it up and they can put it on. Brass the pickle. Give me. Oh! Branston pickle. That's something else I don't actually have in the house, but I love Branston pickle. Have you tried them pork fat puffs? Like super puffy crunchy pork fat snack. Oh, I want to say that again. Like a super puffy crunchy pork fat snack. That's like a tongue twister. I've never heard of them. Like not pork scratchings. Or like, or do you mean like smoky bacon puffs? Cheese puffs. I'm sure it's smoky bacon. I'm sure I've seen them in Tesco's, right? I'm sure I've seen them in Tesco's. Like someone's posted a picture of them in Tesco. Maybe you can't buy them in Tesco's online for delivery.
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
I love that, I love that. What's wrong with the music? You see, it's called. It's a playlist. I'm like 45 minutes from Newcastle, just over an hour to Scottish border, so pretty... Okay, so yes, I am south of you. if I was any north, I'd be Scottish. I'd be in Scotland. In Scotland. I am south. I can say that. Newcastle. Oh, I love how they can literally, like, this person can just switch their accent on. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, it's so good. Well, that's where they were brought up. Yeah, brought up proper. You just speak chav. I do. It's, you know, from streaming and from always being told I say it wrong. So when I say places like, I have to think about it. Birmingham, Nottingham. It feels really alien in my mouth, like to say like Birmingham, Nottingham, Birmingham, because otherwise it will come out in my accent. Birmingham, Nottingham, and I'm like Nottingham. I'll go as far as that. It's so weird. Like to me, Nottingham. I remember like I was doing a presentation of my for uni, and I was like, oh, you can like such and such Nottingham. And the lecturer, she went, sorry, Nottingham. You can do this in like what such and such, the topic in Nottingham. I was just like, I think it's pronounced Nottingham. As a joke, she meant it as a joke. She's like, I think it's pronounced Nottingham. From Nottingham, because that's where she was from. And I was like, that's what I said. Nottingham. It just rolls off the tongue. Nottingham. So, from the power of trying to stream and for people to understand me, I try and say Nottingham. I can only get the I'm still an Nottingham. Birmingham. But Birmingham doesn't even sound like Birmingham. But that's how I naturally would say Birmingham. As you can tell by my accent, I do not come from neither. I do not hail from Birmingham or Nottingham. But that is how I would naturally want to say them places. Birmingham, Nottingham. When I hear that, my brain still goes, drop what you're doing and head to the nuke site. Literally, you just got to like, you look at that when that redemption is made. You like look at the. I always look at the screen and think, there's an incoming nuke. I'm actually going to dry brush them as well. I do love it, the accent. I consider anything further south than Nottingham down south. That's true. Or you get the people in the Midlands, they don't like being called up north, do they? Like, we're not up north! It's like, well, for about a third of the country you are. Or maybe a bit more than that. You're like, well, you're kind of like halfway. Are you by halfway by that point? I mean, anything is north if you're from Cornwall. If you yield down the bottom corner of the country where no one knows where you're from. That's You kind of dropped off the map almost at that point. Run directly into the nuke. Nothing else matter. Nothing else matter. Nothing else matter. Scotland's better than England. Well, it's more colder and wet and it's snowing. But they do have whiskey distilleries. Which is quite nice. If the opportunity to present itself, I'd move to Scotland without a second thought. Just live off whiskey. I mean, that's why they have whiskey, right? Just to keep warm. No, I'd do that. All the men running around in kilts on a windy day. That sounds perfect to me. That sounds perfect. To be fair, the only places in Scotland I have been to is Edinburgh and Glasgow. I would love to do like a road trip, you know, up and around like middle of nowhere. That just sounds nice. Or almost like maybe the Falkland Islands, but you have to kind of cruise and get a ship and then get off the ship and go on a boat to get there. Is it the Falkland Islands? Yeah. Get my geography in the right place. Don't sound half the stuff you were saying anyway. My accent does throw people off. They're like, what the hell? Where are you from? I don't even know. For ages, like when I was in New Zealand for a year and a half, when I come back, I had an accent. I picked up the Kiwi accent, and I would say things. To me, it's still ingrained in my head, like jandals, or flip flops, or whatever the hell. If you're Australian, you call them thongs, jandals, or like a vest top is your singlet. It was like drilled into my brain, because generally what you would wear in New Zealand every day, even in winter, would be your jandals, your stubbies, and your singlet. So stubbies are like little what farmers would wear, little shorts. I was like, I can't get rid of this, and also kind of didn't help the fact that I was in a relationship with someone from New Zealand. So I was around it all the time, the accent. So let's drop now. Or be like, you go up. At the end of every sentence, you go up. Yes. Yes, that was another one. That took me ages to crack out of saying that. Because they go, yes. 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 I mean, the scenery was fair. I mean, the whiskey distillery is pretty scenery, right? Right? Yeah, yes. That's why I'd love to go further up north. Literally just take like a car ride. And just, you know, go stay in a little chalet somewhere like in Scotland. Say America. I would also like to do the same in America, to be fair. I've seen the way that Mrs. sits at when Drew McIntyre comes out WWE. Oh, okay. I'm gonna Google who this person is. Drew McIntyre? Cintyre? I'm not sure even how you... There we go. Met Office warns snow. It gets to the point in this country though, doesn't it? When you go, oh, we got snow, you don't bother looking because it's probably Scotland. What the heck is a jandal? It was explained to me, now I don't know how legit this is or not. A jandal is a Japanese sandal, but I don't know if that was actually legitimately factually correct, or that's what some of the Kiwis were telling me. Scottish professional wrestler, I forgot what we're looking at. For some reason as well. Oh, I see. Okay. For some reason, you can tell this as well on my TikTok. For some reason, it is showing me the Boy Aquarium. I never knew what this meant. I have never watched this sport, but ice hockey is the Boy Aquarium. I have no idea why TikTok is showing me the Boy Aquarium. if somebody said, do you want to go to the Boy Aquarium? I'll be like, the what now? Oh, McIntyre. Oh, like McIntyre. Like McIntyre. I meant the comedian. McIntyre pronounced like McIntyre. I'm trying to find the right volume here. Yeah. So if you're Mrs. She should go on TikTok or YouTube or Google Boy Aquarium. I have no idea why TikTok is trying to show me these. I don't know why. It's boy ice hockey. I don't watch ice hockey. I'm not interested in it. But apparently I might now be. It's showing me one too many of the Boy Aquarium. Don't ask. England never gave the world a Sir Sean Connery. Sean Connery. He is like an absolute ledge, though. What time was the scene? Oh, not Sean Connery. Oh, I can't think his name. The other Bond. I can't think what his name is now. I've seen him. He's gone out. That name has gone out of my head. Or maybe tell her don't Google it. I don't know, but I mean, it's perfectly like it's nothing. It's just how they warm up, shall we say? Maybe TikTok is telling me I need to get into ice hockey for some bizarre reason. I don't know. Is it ice hockey season? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I'm guessing it is. It's the Winter Olympics. And some reason it's now deciding to show me, or I don't even know how you say it. Some other sport in that, but this is the Boy Aquarium. I was like, what the hell? Actually, I don't know if you Google what comes up if you put that in, but if you put it into TikTok, it will come up. I am pretty sure, because that sounds like something TikTok would have a hashtag for. So that's exactly how she got into the wrestling. Really, scrolling my Insta and suddenly took interest during Rhea Ripley. Suddenly caught, oh, is she like the really, alright, the kind of that gothic one? That's like the only person I know the name of. Yes, her. In some of them, she does all of like her makeup. She looks a bit like Marilyn Manson in a way, but that's not a negative. I'm just thinking like she's got that build, like, you know, that look. I know who Rhea is. So she may appreciate ice hockey. Warm-ups. Specifically the warm-ups it keeps showing me. Guarantee you, if I open up my TikTok now, I will guarantee I will scroll and it will suddenly go, you want to watch this video? I am not into any sports whatsoever, so God knows why it's decided to show me that. I need to paint a little bit of a black in that. Yeah, I'm paying to a Fabos for times my missus' faith. Oh, no way! To add to her growing collection. Oh, that's so cool. I hope she has a lovely faith. When's her birthday? When's her birthday? How long have you got? Oh, how cool would that be if your waifu finally arrived? Like, to celebrate. I don't think you celebrate with that. It's not very exciting, is it? But yay! Be like extra 30th birthday treat. Hoping I can just have enough on here to... Nope, I need a bit more. Not really forward planning there. I was a bit like, oh, actually no, I want to paint these a bit silver. I like then how it kind of blends down. I'm going to do that in Redol Brass. I found that go actually makes a few of the Res's gear too, and having a replica whenever his top's made. Oh my god, no way, not until May, but so I started planning that. That's a good idea, because you think February we're almost over with. I was saying that's the 17th, we only have 10 days left. And March will soon be upon us, and then we have Easter. Yeah, start planning now, and then sort of getting ahead, even if you just work like slowly, like little bits. That's quite a good shout. Well, I hope the wife feed arrives before May. I say it's out of my control. It's not coming from me. They will release it. I think that, which makes that quite nice. So you don't think, oh, she's gonna know where I live. Because birthday's between now and then. Oh my god, you've got a lot on. And Mother's Day. There is a lot going on. Prefer to say she gets all the things. All the things. All the things. Ah, has she got much planned? Are you doing anything particular for it? Or is it just having a nice quiet one in? Sometimes you just need a quiet one in. Yeah, at some point in March. Should we Google it? Mother's Day 26. I'm presuming we're going to show us in UK time. Okay, it's the 15th. Okay, we've got a month to Mother's Day. Over here. In 26 days. That isn't my maths. That's what Google has told me. It's 26 days. No, I've just suddenly realised something in my brain. I thought it's absolutely I was like, hang on, I could have done something, but oh well. Completely unrelated. It's a bit late now. Oh well. If I was putting the bin out for someone and I thought they said that leave it, because there isn't, it said if you do it you do it, if you don't you don't, but they have only got one like bag in their bin, so they're not that worried. And I thought, okay, I thought, well actually that saves me a job, because I won't be able to go and get it back in for them tomorrow until about 8:30 at night. At which point my brain has only realised they will be back tomorrow. In my head I'm going, oh, I won't be able to get it in till like 8:30 at night. That means I'm going to have to like finish work, then go over it and then get back. So that means I'm not going to get relaxed until like 9. Well, it wouldn't have mattered, because they could do it for themselves, but okay. Well, they said not to worry about it, so I won't worry about it. Oops. They're like, if you want to put anything in it, to be fair, mine isn't needing anything. Mum's doing a big party with all the families. All she's asked for is Ria's stuff. Oh, that's quite cool. Oh, that would be nice, like all with the family. So that's the focus. We'll go for food too. Her favourite restaurant is only 5 minutes walk away. Only 5 minutes walk. Oh, that's lovely. So I'll put that nearer the time. Yeah, that's a good idea. In case, like, you never know, something else comes up, or I don't know if they'll book that far ahead. You know. Sup, crazy? You're welcome in, Double Hams. How are you? How are you? Oh, that'll be nice. Sometimes something like that is just really lovely in it to do, just like family, especially if you don't really get to see family that often. Well, even if you do, it's quite nice. You know what? I'm actually really tempted to dry. You can't even see that. Is to dry brush this black bit as well. In silver. That half finished. That sentence made sense in my head. To dry brush silver, that, and these bits. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm on such a time. I'm like, right, I've such a long day tomorrow. Oh, it's basically 11 hours. Yay! I had the black somewhere. Oh, I did put it back. I was like, did I put it back? Oh, I couldn't see it. Gonna go back. Add it with the Blood Bowl. Nice. How is all the like commission stuff going? How's that going? Oh, I know. Something might cheer somebody up. I've just had a friend who's slightly not with it 100%. They just had quite major, incredibly major operation yesterday. Operation surgery. And so I was like, oh, they haven't responded because they had no idea when they were going to go down for it. They weren't told. And then I was like, oh, they haven't responded. Or I've just seen that they've messaged me on Snapchat, so I may just send them a picture and be like, so they are going to be in hospital for like a week. Fingers crossed. But they were like, they're not really with it at the moment. Major surgery, so they're going to be on quite fun substances, shall we say. She works nights, so most of the time she just wants to chill, so nothing too over the top. Ah, I totally get that. I totally get that. I'm off until Friday now, thankfully, but new Pokemon set drops Friday morning, so I'll be in early to deal with that. Oh, what is it, like the new, like, Pokemon cards, or? That sounds cool. I knew it first. Oh my god, I know the feeling. I think we're up to stream number 5 of this. I don't know. I know what you mean. It's depressing, isn't it? You think, well, how have I not done more? But when you're like, I think it's when you're sort of just not got really a plan. Well, even if I have a plan, it doesn't seem to plan out the way that I've planned it. You know, on top of that, I don't really want to use this brush for that. I still haven't had a chance to get my conditioner out as well for my brushes since I've last spoke to you on Sunday, because I actually had Valentine's on Monday. So this is the one that really needs it. Yeah, the new set that got delayed. Find a reason for. Oh god, got delayed, but good for the shop. But dealing with that many humans. Oh my god, is everyone literally gonna descend? It's not my difference. No. Is there something you can like? I'm presuming you probably can't even like pre-order it. It's gonna be how many they get in at one time. Is how many they're gonna get. Oh, I'll have to tell King and see if he's getting them. I don't like how that bit just went on there, so I'm going to rechange that bit. So for slight silence, Sister is helping me find a camera. Ooh, no worries at all. Has she come up a bit more better help than what I have? I hope she has. Cameraman looks like you're getting GoPro. Yeah, that's true. I couldn't think of any. My mind went blank. Yeah, GoPro 4K. They're quite good, aren't they? It's us selling it. Oh, I see. So I get to work B. Oh my god, it's you who's selling it. I see. Oh my god. But yeah, at the crack of dawn, there's going to be people outside. What if I'd like to see how bad this brush is? I remember now. I remember now. Oh my god, yeah. And because it's half term as well. That's going to be fun. I know where King goes to get some Pokemon cards. Him and some work colleagues. There's like a little shop run by a little old lady, and they're like, I don't think she's worked out. She should be charging more for said cards. Shh. I was like, surely she's gonna cotton on if you boys keep going in and buying them. No, no, no. Shh, don't tell her. Don't tell her. Just say that we're all from the same, you know, work or business. She won't have a clue. Oh, so fair enough. To be fair, if you're gonna sell them, you need to know how much they're worth. So she is slightly cheaper, but then maybe that's the thing. She doesn't put massive like profit on it. Or they make her day having a bunch of lads go in. Who knows? One of the two. Flamon's making her day every time a bunch of lads walk into the shop to buy them. The most random of all shops that sell them, but I was like, maybe that makes her day. Oh my god, it's that broken, I can't even stop the music. Oh, I'm just gonna close the tab down. That full on broke then. What's this? I was just saw something about a red passport. So I was like, you know when it tells you some most important information, like, oh, there's snow. You're like, yeah, yeah. All passports, and you're like, this is not really interesting news because it's like a clickbait. That's not what I actually wanted to click on. There you go. Doing it. We get told we should be upcharging all the time. We're a franchise, so we have to sell it. Ah, okay. RIP, not that we win anyway, but Scalper's telling us we should charge more. It's always... always fun. You just think... That is the worst when they're scalpers. But there's no way you can stop scalpers, is there? Because you don't know if they're legit. But yeah, when they go, oh, you should be charging more. Said no person who collects ever. Yeah, it's because then they know that they can they put the price up. That's why I'm like really hoping I'm getting like the new Necron model, because it was one aside and you go on the Games Workshop and they are out of stock, and I'm like, please, please. There I am with Pokemon cards. One day Hansel and Gretel. Maybe that's what it is. She's just like all these younger lads coming in. I mean, they say she's an old woman. I mean, I'm like, I don't know how old this woman is. But yeah, maybe that's it. It's modern life Hansel and Gretel. She's not stupid. She knows. She knows the trick. All we could do is limit the amount everyone can buy. That's true. I think that's always a good thing when they say like 1 or 2 per customer. Then you know, don't you? Because you might be legitimately going in there to buy for a friend, but if they walk out with like 5 boxes, it's like... Or like pre-order. Oh, I keep forgetting to pre-order the Fallout Funko Pops. Well, I was about to paint the side that I didn't mean to do. Oh, I need to open the tab up, or I am actually gonna forget that. Where should I buy them from? I don't care. If I just put as a tab, Fallout Funko Pop. I will need to buy more cases. Oh well. If I leave that tab open, let's open Funko. Let's just open Funko. Oh, this is. I thought that I was like, hang on, have they added loads more? No, see their pop. You buy these now. Flocked. Now, isn't that just plastic? Oh no, you can't open them. Because I've seen that you can get a flocked. This is not the generic Funko Pop website. Flocked dog meat, and I'm like, oh. And then I found one on eBay. I was like, this looks exactly like the one I've got now. I'm just trying to open them. Let's just leave it on there with a picture, or should they remember? Waiting for the Cyberpunk TCG to go live on KSAP. Maybe how I get back into TCGs. Fallout Magic. Almost got you. There are some more Fallout cards coming out. The only in Fallout I've got Magic is the Dogmeat deck. I know my friends are like, you need to buy the new Fallout cards. If they bring out other expansion packs, I will buy them, because I have one Fallout Magic expansion pack and now they are like fucking gold dust to get hold of. So if you get any of the Fallout expansion like Magic pack, I mean, you probably know this working in like somewhere like that, you just buy them and don't open them. I wish, because that was, you know, when they first come out, it's like you could buy the box of boosters. If you'd known how like popular it would have been, I would have bought a box of booster, and then I could sell them all. Then that would literally fund my trip to America. I'm not going to America, but it's on the wish list. Keep checking out stores and see if the company has bought the new ones yet. Ah, the new ones! When did they come out? I can't even remember. Who's blocked that? Fluffy felt type ones. That's the... Yeah, so dog meat. I keep coming across so you can get a flocked dog meat. Now I found one on eBay, and when you look at the pictures, but it should say flocked on the box, what I gathered. But this person who was selling one on eBay, I was like, this is plastic. I have a plastic dog meat. In fact, I have two. I've got one in an actual box, and I got one part of somebody selling stuff, and I was like, have you got the box of these? And they were like, no, sorry. I was like, I said to them, I said, I'm not being funny, mate. I said, but they had I had two other ones, Power Armor one and a Vault Dweller, I think they're called. I said, if you gave the dog meat one to me in a box, I've already got one, I would have given it back to you. And they were like, are you kidding? I was like, no. But without the box, it's pretty worthless. I was open and honest. I said, if you had the dog meat Funko Pop box, I would have given the dog meat Funko back to them. I was like, I wouldn't have taken that from them. I was like, unfortunately. I still got them on display, but you can get them flocked, that kind of fuzzy thing. But I would be very dubious buying them, because as I say, like, I saw on eBay somebody was selling them, and I was apparently selling one, and I was like, this just looks plastic, and it should say flocked on the box, and it didn't. And I was like, that's not legit. I'm always a bit dubious buying them from people on eBay. I want a Mothman deck, but I was going to put the money aside for Doom. What Doom? Doom is good. Now, some of the Fallout boxes are so expensive now. That's crazy. I've been telling myself to buy the Secret Lair stuff. Ah, it's the like the Magic Secret Flare, isn't it? Some of the new ones. They're coming out with some new Fallout ones. But I'm not that into Magic to then want to buy them. I'd only buy them and keep them sealed. Saying that, some Fallout Magic decks that came out, was it last year, was it the year before? They're not, they haven't gone that much in price, up in price, but some of them have. So like the Kaiser has. The Science one, I think it's not much. The Mothman, yes, and the Dogmeat. We tend to see them bought about 2 to 3 months before we get them installed. Ooh, if I see my sister. Oh, fantastic, thank you. Oh, I can't remember when they're coming out. I want to say, is that like March time? Because you can pre-order them, which I think I'll do. See, last time I pre-ordered the first lot of Fallout series Funkos, I split them, so I got like 2 on not Magic Madhouse, 2 on, I think it was actual Funko Pop, and 2 on Amazon, because they were then cheaper that way. They all literally came via Amazon delivery. I didn't get the chance one, so I had to buy the chance. I bought both chance ones. Because that's when you know what the scalpers are. They'd obviously bought loads of them and they were selling them. I don't think I haven't seen that the new ones have got Chase Pop for their Fallout ones. I have been good of late and not looked to buy any more because they already spent quite a bit of money on some Fallout ones. Mothman Parts my growl. I love the Mothman one. Hitler red eyes. Dearest Doom. I went, oh, what the tabletop game. It's so good. It's so good. Did you go for the Kickstarter? Back at 25? No way. It is so good. I was lucky enough to go, I was invited to go to their Kickstarter launch event. And I got to meet the guy whose name's on the box, who actually ran with this idea and designed it. And he didn't want to do that because he was like, I'm part of a team, and they were like, no, you need to put your name on the box. It's so good. I think you can still, the Kickstarter is closed, but I think you can still back it, but like, you're not gonna get the limited stuff. I was really lucky. I got they resin printed 2 of they got the Doom guy and Doom Eternal guy. So I have already got them models, but obviously they're not official because they just had to print for the event. It's so good. And it's so easy to pick up and learn to play. As well, like if you have no idea about them kind of games, like tabletop games, it is so easy. You can, it's like 45 minutes done. So quick, so simple. I'm presuming that, I wonder if actually they'll have it at UKGU this year, which I don't know yet if I'm able to go. Yeah, I've got a massive dragon coming. Nice. Did you back the full thing? It's that guy from Resurrection Games or something. He's so canny. I actually can't now remember his name. I've got a selfie with him, and there was a lady as well. I want to say his name's like Danny. Anyway, there'll be a guy's name on the box, and I follow him on Instagram, and now my mind has gone blank. His name will be on the box. And he was so lovely. He just had this idea of this concept. Ah, that's just reminded me. I got the download of something else that is happening. I need to check if that has been released yet or it's coming. I wasn't allowed to be told much because I wasn't allowed to be told much. just something on the down low. And I was like, well, if you need anyone to help promote it, you know who I am and where I am. Well, not quite where I am, but contact Mephidius and I'll be there. Well, actually, they all link together, to be fair. Oh, that's so cool. You will enjoy it. If you have got all of it. Both of them. Okay, I'm quite pleased with how I've done that. Kind of like subtle at the same time. So me and Void Boy went down to it. We were invited down. Honestly, it's so good. And I'm not just saying that because I got invited, but it was just like, you know, to have a game. So you don't have to think, oh god, Warhammer, what the hell, I don't know what to do. Oh no, it's like there's a lot to it. It's really easy to like pick up and play. The box set gives you the models, 2-player, you can both immediately pick up, play, so easy. Doom was my first gaming love. It's so good, like the original. I'll see if I can show you it. Let me just finish this bit and I'll find the photo. It's actually really hard to get the blue in there because you can't really quite see what I'm doing. Let me see if I can find it. As you have seen what you get. It was November. Alright, these are the two models we got. So Doom Guy and Doom Eternal. We got them. Oh, I have painted some of them as well. Hang on. No, it was before then. Oh no, it was the 1st of November. The first week of November. Oh, my favourite. My favourite. It's no spoilers, but you have seen these. He was a beast. Yeah, Doom 93 played it first on the PS1 port, but I played every iteration and sequel. On PS1, no way. And of course, oh, what did they call them? There was a girl there and she called them, like they were taking and making names about them. I want to call it, was like Cocoa Melon she called it. So this is the Doom. So how easy it is. So you get like your key cards, your keys. I'm not going to spoil it too much. And then each one. A flying meatball. That was so good. And then, I don't know if this is going to play. Oh, it is going to play. Obviously I'm trying to get it so you don't see the light. And then there's some other tabletop people. Pinkies are affectionately nicknamed Spam Beast. I can see why. There's my little Vault Boy. He had a Doom jumper on. Oh no, it was the keywords that tipped me over the edge. Oh, it's so good, especially if you've got like there's me. I'm a Vault Boy at Doom. Oh, I'm so excited for you. It was so good. As I try and get. Oh, that was when I bought he came with me because I bought him my Satna Glorbo. I thought I've got to tag a picture. I will nickname him Glorbo. What was really cool, so because it's only a Kickstarter, so we got the 2 models, and then they bought loads of floppy disks from eBay, and then they stuck the stickers on them, and like they were saying, they were glad that nobody, or hope nobody's actually got a floppy disk drive, because I don't actually know what's on them. But how cool is that? They actually got like to stick with the nostalgia, so we got like little goodie bags, so you got a little model each, and then they were like, please take more, because they could only print 100 of them. Oh, I haven't got my Doom guys up here. I can't think where they are. And then he had a sticker. That is actually on the back of my phone. That was a Doom sticker that he's got stuck on his back. It's that. And then these are the creators of the game. What was his name? Ben? It was something like that. Honestly, it's so good. I think I actually still got it as a tab. If you're into miniatures and you love Doom, it is... And I'm not just saying because I got invited. It's so easy. Here we go, Doom Arena. I have still got it as a tab. So you can still pledge, so you can still... I mean, it's not coming out estimated October this year, but you can still pledge. So if you're really into Doom and minis, and honestly if you're like, oh, I'm not really great at like Warhammer, this is nothing like Warhammer. I struggle remembering things in Warhammer. This is so straightforward. And you can still do it, so you can still pledge. So have you gone the full hog? You got that one. So there's different levels. Oh, what was those key cards? That would be so cool. I actually own the original set of Doom floppy disks. At one point they maybe were my dad's loft. Now you said that, like, how did we have it? I remember we had it on the computer. So maybe we've got it on floppy disk. Yo, GG, welcome in. Oh, I'm sorry I've been so damn busy. That's alright, that's alright. Unavailable rewards. Whoa, the Doomslayer. Yeah, I need the 330. Honestly, because if you signed up and got that like before, I think you got like special stuff. I mean, look at it, look at it. You get the Doom Arena and the Doom. There's two different types, Doom and Doom Arena. Oh, Dark Ages. Dark Ages. Look at the picture, crazy. That will tell you. So you got all of this, and the big beastie boy, and you get the dice roller trays, which will then fold up. So you've got the models. Here we go. Doomslayer model, Doom Guy model, Dark Ages Arena board game, Premium Edition, Arena board game, Premium Edition 93, Dark Ages Serat expansion, the Dark Ages Demon reinforcements, 93 demo reinforcements, Dark Ages Atlan expansion, the Dark Ages dice tray, and 93 dice tray. It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, because I was from the Fallout factions is quite easy to play compared to Warhammer, but this, oh, it's gonna refresh. This is honestly like easier. I said you can play in like 40 minutes. I think it's designed to get like, so you can just literally pick up. You can buy them both together, or you can buy them individually. We only played the Dooms. We didn't get to do the Doom Dark Ages. And it tells you how many backers. How many have got the big one? 434 have got the big one, and you're number 25. Honestly, I am so excited. This one I thought was pretty cool because then you got like the little like acrylic figures, but then also like I like to paint them. But I think that's a good idea if you're not into miniature painting. What a good idea. Oh, I am loving this. As it comes out in October, and conveniently, it's my birthday's in October. I love a holiday. Oh, that is so true. Same. Well, stays me for the moment. Wanted to personally thank you and your community. Oh, if you give me a gift, you're a true beacon online the world. Oh, well, thank you. A holiday would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Yep, I had to. I didn't want to miss anything. I'm having to buy new display cabinets with Doom in mind. Yes. Oh, I've just got new display cabinets myself for all like my Warhammer. I bought some wool ones. Now I'm indecisive, so I've got these wool ones. So like my big units, I got from Wayfair. And they've got a black cupboard underneath, but they are fully glass and they light up. Wayfair is a good place. Like also on Temu, I bought some wool ones. A little blast. They're more for like, you could put like mini cars in. You can put Warhammer in it, but as long as they're like the smaller models, you can remove the shells. But I bought them because they're light, because I'll have to stick them to the wall, because the wall that I want to put them on is a wall with a, like, it backs onto the kitchen, and so there's a lot of sockets. My thermostat, and then you've got the kitchen on the other side. I'm in two minds about them, to keep them, but then I suddenly remembered I also want to buy some like black floating shells, because I've gone black furniture, to then stick all of my Warhammer like boxes on display, because I was going to put some massive posters on the wall, but I might change that and put them up the stairs. So if I was writing that song. Oh, I was finally to get it released today. Oh wow, I bet that was such a relief. That's incredible. Oh, I'm so excited. Like Doom, Wolfenstein, them two, Unreal Tournament are like the three games that I remember playing like with my dad. That is how I've got into it. I love it. Oh, when I turned up, they were like, "Ah, you're not in cosplay crazy." I said, to be fair, they could only give me 2 weeks' notice to turn up. I thought, I wanted to at least try and do like the Doom guy body armor, but I just didn't have the chance. I was like, I know. I said, but Vault Boy's got his own little jumper. So I don't know if anyone's going to go to UKGE this year. Mephidius have said to me, like, if I ever want to be on the stand again, I was on the stand last year in my power armor. All I've got to do is just say, can I be on your stand again? So if anyone's planning to go to UKGE, I am on hold if I am able to go this year, because it's the last weekend in May, and I have applied to go on the Fallout Shelter, which is in June. So if I get on it, I won't be going to UKGE, because I imagine I am going to be trying to do a lot of work before I go. The walls aren't brick. They are brick. It's just that wall is, because that's a main wall, but there's going to be quite a lot of, like, where the wall it's going, it's got my thermostat on, and it's got a plug socket just below that, and then it's got a plug socket to the side, and it's got two other sockets on the little corner. It's only a little corner bit, and then it's got another two sockets which are like blanked off, and then the other side of that is my kitchen where my cooker is, and the switch for the cooker is like just up on the wall, so it's not down below, it's up, and then there is another, and then that's where it connects in down below, so it's a bit like wires could be everywhere. And the wiring in my living room, my lighting is a bit weird. So I've got some command strips to put my they are huge posters in frames up on the wall. I'm going to use more than one. I'm going to use three, like three, either 4 per frame or 6 per frame, because that is how big they are. But I thought with the Temu they're only little plastic things, I can again just use command strips to hang them up on the wall, so I thought they're going to be quite light. They're not they won't fit things like this in there. So it has to be like a small army. So like my Krieg won't fit because of like their guns, but the main little models will. My Necrons won't fit. They're great maybe for like Lord of the Rings, or if I come around to do like get around to doing my Fallout faction models. And we have got Halo. We've got the Halo box set as well, which is on the to-do list to paint them because they're already built. But I might move my posters where I want to put them. I might put them up the stairs, but I want a builder in to then put a cupboard. So my stairs is there. Just behind that wall. So I might get a builder in and put a cupboard there, and then I can do the hallway, bedroom, do the next part of what I want to redecorate. So I might change my idea and then just keep like the little Temu wall, because I thought they're going to be Temu, they're going to be cheap, they're going to be light, and then put some of the boxes on the wall. Because, I mean, they're quite artistic enough as it is, like the Warhammer boxes. I got a dash, I'm always busy, I'm afraid. Ah, no worries, thank you for popping in and sharing. So this I'm just going around to like layer up, so you have to kind of really go around and layer up this. Then think about converting the loft. Ah, yeah, just for hobby stuff, make it my man cave. Yes, that has also crossed my mind because I have got, it's partially done, I suppose you could say. It's got shelving in there, it's got, you can walk on most of it apart from the side bits. It's proper insulated. Loft conversions can be really expensive though, and they have to be done really well. But it is a good space. I'm thinking more for like where I can store some cosplays. But I'll have as a hobby loft, if you know what I mean. So then you can either go up there and you can just shut yourself in there, have that space where you can paint or whatever cosplays. And being the goblin lives in the attic and occasionally he's just come down, like occasionally sees his family, just come down for food. Don't need to come down any other time. You know, it's like slowly working around the house, but I'm like, the next bit is I thought, well, I can't do, I've just redone my entire living room. So I was like, right, let's just see how the start of this year goes. So I just need to get Mr. Builder in and just be like, Mr. Builder, can you put in a cupboard above the stairs? Because then I'm thinking that will help like in the winter as well, because it will then push the heat down. And also I have more space, storage space. That's the thing. Because at the moment there's actually not a lot because of the age of the house. I guess it's nothing like really, there's a built-in wardrobe, but it's not that great. It could be extended. I would love to knock my conservatory down and have an actual extension so I can have a room that can actually be functional. But the cost of doing that, I might as well buy a bigger house. So I'm going to try and modify it, so my plumber's going to put in a radiator. Because there's actually no heating and no lighting in my conservatory. complete waste of space. Well, oh, I just touched the thing. My little girl has my old office as a bedroom now. I'll have the corner of the. Oh no! I'll have the corner. You have been kicked out. You've been kicked out. Hobbying is great fun, but you need the space. Need to make that orc cosplay. Yes, once I finish this commission, I'm going to need all the room I can get. That's why I'd like to extend into my loft as well, or make it so I can actually keep it in the loft. Why is that for a bit of DIY if you ever want a hand? I'm slowly gonna get there. I'm half debating, you see, for like to do the whole. I have the spare room, which is just I'm like, you know, when you walk in, you're just like, oh, I haven't got like the oomph to do this right now, to clear out. I'm hoping the Warhammer table can go back down into the conservatory. Conservatory, I think, is starting to need replacing though. But it is the most unfunctional room because in the summer it's way too hot and it's meant to have special reflective stuff in the roof. I didn't put it in, it was there when I purchased the property. But then you can't use it in winter because there is no light and no heating. But my plumber is quite more than happy to put a radiator in. So I'm just going to buy some other reflective, like, you can get insulation. I've seen, like, say, for example, like on Temu, because I've just had a look roughly. I thought if it's Temu, I don't care because I can just cut it and make it, like, really cheap. Because if it's going to come to a point where the conservatory just needs binning off.
Thanks for the raid.
Yay! Thank you for the raid! Oh, Finch! Welcome in! Well, I don't want to spend too much on it, but the radiator will be on the main wall anyway. I will be with you momentarily, raiders. Let me just... Hey! Welcome in, Finch! Welcome in, flying in with the raid. Where because I've changed it, I get very confused. Let me shout out. Ah, you beat me to it. Hey, wait. Oh, this is my page. There we go. This is all me. Welcome in, raiders. Join us in following. How do we? Why do I can click on that and it unfollows you. I don't want to unfollow you. Oh, what's this fancy? Follow Goldfinch, be notified when they're live. Resident Evil 3 and Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor. Oh, cool. You need to go and follow Finch. If you're not following Finch, it is a requirement of this channel. Just saying. It's a requirement of this channel. But welcome in, raiders. Thank you so much, Finch, for coming in for the raid. How are you? What are you doing? Everything. Update us! Welcome in, raiders. So my name is Crazy MCR Angel. So you can call me any part of that name. I am a Fallout cosplayer / content creator. It was your 5-year anniversary on Twitch today. Oh my god, I missed it. Congratulations. Oh yeah. So you have to go and follow Finch because it's their 5-year Twitch anniversary. You need to go and follow Finch. Who does Warhammer streams. Like playing Warhammer streams. Multi-stream. Variety streamer is the word. That's the word. Variety streamer. So this is all me. So I also paint Warhammer. I slightly play Warhammer. I paint Warhammer, build Warhammer. So we are working on the Silent King. It's now kind of doing all the finicky little details, ignoring some of the other little bits that I've got left to do. But the main bit is basically there. So this is all me. So this is all my cosplays. That's the meetup for the Fallout Factions launch event. I do need to put more pictures in, like say at the Mephidius launch event, and at the second premiere as well. But this is all me. I'm a Fallout cosplayer, content creator, influencer actually now. I say now. I've been an that's mad. And also Warhammer, where we do tabletop Tuesdays, Fallout Fridays, and Fun Day Sundays, which basically means we end up painting and building. I've got a lot to build. No lying, that seems wild. I know, right? So we're talking about having like hobby rooms and things. So like my conservatory has no lighting and no heating. What is the point of having a conservatory built? I don't understand. I would personally rather knock it down. I had somebody come out to quote me. To be fair, they are quite extortionate. To like redo the actually to take the conservatory roof off and to put on a solid roof. They quoted me like £12,500. £12,500. You can buy a new conservatory for that. £12,500. And I was like, no, thank you. Yes, I need to get other quotes because that is well extortionate. And they're like, oh well, we'll do like, you know, a service as well on the conservatory. And I'm like, you're conveniently going to find things wrong, aren't you? At £12,500, jog on, mate. So I never actually got somebody else in to quote me. My builder was a bit like, I think he's a bit overwhelmed when I was like, come around my house and tell me everything that's wrong with my house so I can fire this back at the ex. It's like, come at me, bro, I'm gonna fire this suspiciously signs the house. After that, but anyway, that's a different story. I was like, well, this is everything that's wrong with the house. Even he was just like, that's extortionate. So I've got a lamp in there, a floor lamp, but there's no heating. And then in the summer, it's like ridiculously hot, even if you've got the door and windows open, even though it's got a reflective glass. So I'm like, might get these insulation things just to put in the roof. I mean, if they work, they work. If they don't, I haven't spent £12,500. You always know when it's really dodgy, when the guy was just like, now, how would you be able to finance this? Have you got enough money in your bank, or would you need a loan? I mean, if that isn't a red flag, I mean, this is quite a legitimate company, shall we say, where I am in the area. But when you're starting to talk to me about, can I financially afford this or not, or do I need to get a loan? It's like I am not having you back in my house. It's like, what? I understand they're a business, so they need to know. But I was like, that's none of your business. Yeah, my music keeps breaking tonight completely. But so wild, right? No lighting. Why was the point of building a conservatory with no light? It's got plug sockets. It has 2 sets of plug sockets. But luckily, it's my outside, technically the outside wall is like off my kitchen. And there is literally a radiator just the other side. So it kind of comes out kitchen wall, and then there's the conservatory wall, and the radiator is on this side. And the plumber's like, oh, well, that's well easy. I was like, I hope so. But welcome in. Anyway, coming back to that. We're talking about hobbying, like doing, like, converting, like, a loft. I would love a little hobby cabin as well. I know Watson's got his own little 3D printing one setting up. But I'm like, oh, I could potentially do that. Something to put one in. I would love in my conservatory, though, for my power armor to then build a power armor stand and have my power armor on display in there. That would be quite cool. I think you play, well, at some point, but at least you play the games. I'm like more the other way. I haven't actually got, I have played a little of the games, I just don't get the time. Meant to ask, MCR, is that the MCR? The MCR, not Manchester. Not Manchester. Not Manchurian? Manchurian. Manchurian sounds right. It is the MCR. What's the conservatory? Ah, so for those non-British ones, it's like a, yeah, so it's like a greenhouse for people, if that makes sense. But they can have like half brick and then plastic and like plastic panels and glass. Mine has got like a little bit of brick wall, which then I did say to my builder, some things he did come out with, I kind of got the impression I'm a woman, what do I know? Just saying. I was like, along half, like, part of, like, on the outside of the conservatory wall, I was like, the paint is notoriously just flaky, and he said, it's just because it's damp in here. And I'm like, if it was the reason, it would be flaking everywhere. And you put your hand on the wall, there is a massive damp patch. I repainted this in lockdown and it instantly flaked, and I'm like, there is an interior problem here, it's not me. Sunroom all covered porch. Basically, yes. Basically think sunroom all covered porch. It's yeah, so it's mainly like a greenhouse for people. Kind of thing. So when I say it gets hot in there, I mean it gets hot in there. I mean you can't, if you're in barefoot, so I have my, what would be the kitchen door, goes out to the outside. So you go through the conservatory, you can't walk on the floor because in barefoot it gets that hot. So I can't actually store Warhammer in there for fear that it will melt or like become like the glue unstick, or it's like that kind of thing. So it needs something. It's the most pointless. I don't know when it got fitted, but I personally would rather knock it down and build it as an extension, or a proper like sunroom just out of brick. It's big enough to put a Warhammer table and comfortably walk around. It has got like little windowsills so you could just sit on them, but it's not functionable. It's a storeroom at the moment because it's really not functionable. Yeah, it's insanely expensive, right? £12,500 just to put a solid roof on. To turn it in hopes it won't get so hot. So, and the thing is that where it hits, so from like, is it about midday? I would say maybe about midday. For the rest of the entire afternoon, that conservatory is in the sun. It's great for dry washing because you can just put washing in there, and you can put 2 loads in there during the day, and they will come out bone dry. So it's great for that. But absolutely pointless for any other time of the year. It's too hot to sit in. It's too cold to sit in. Like now, it's like I wouldn't go out in there without a hoodie. So I should start like a GoFundMe. Give me £12,500. I'm not that kind of person. But £12,500 is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that could be how much it costs, but I'm a bit like, you can literally knock it down. But also, if I decided to have it as an extension, I'm probably spending about £12,500 on planning permission. I mean, I haven't looked at how much planning permission is, but I imagine that is quite a lot. That would be quite up there. So I'd quite rather try and do it as much as I can, and then move. Because I'm not sinking that amount of money in it. I'll sell everything I own to do this one room. Yeah, I will sell everything I have. Alright? Like Manchester. Manchester is real. Manchester, Mancurian, Manchester, something like that. Is also MCR, for those who do not know. I discovered this. I went to uni up north and I was like, oh, MCR. That also stands for Manchester. The Black Parade MCR. The Black Parade MCR. Gerard Way MCR. I do have the Black Parade jacket. I found I've got some My Chemical Romance like plimsolls, you know, that somebody has just like made like on Etsy, or probably been eBay. I don't think Etsy existed in them days. I want to sell, but then they kind of go a bit funny, so I think they're quite old. They're actually going to tell me Scouse is a real thing too. Oh, weirdly, we're on about the Scousers earlier, because there's like somebody at work. They are literally from Liverpool, and they can switch their accent on and off. Greenhouse for people. I mean, that's the best way, isn't it, to describe what a conservatory is a greenhouse for people. Or in case my one is. So like, it's cold, so I like to dye. It was sunny this morning, so I put washing in there knowing it's not going to dry, but it will air, and then it was a comfortable temperature this afternoon. So I was making tea. It's a damp at one of the corners of the structures. Your gutters might need cleaning. It's like right at the so you've got like the little kind of like a little brick bit. It goes up a couple enough so you can semi sort of, you might sit down quite low because it like a little windowsill shelf comes out, and then you get all the glass paneling. It's also around the plug socket area, and it goes right down, and then there's patches all the way down. So it's a bit. Personally, I would knock it down and build an extension, but I haven't gone that far to work out how much that is to build, or even like I build a proper sunroom, so knock it down and build a new conservatory. I just wanted the roof changed, so I did know someone who was like AliExpress as well. I've bought once from AliExpress. Yes, I think it's only the one time. You can get like these little panel things I've seen on Temu, and I was like, if they work, they work. They're not really busting the bank, are they? But something like AliExpress, Temu, Shein, they're just like little thing that they're meant to be for your conservatory roof that you put in, and they're meant to help insulate and keep the sun out. And I'm like, I'd rather spend like 50 quid to fill it. Fill the roof than get £12,500. Definitely not. Sirs, am I hardcore nerd? Is your plug socket leaking? Luckily not. It's just whether you can just see it when we've had like a lot of rain. You can see it's that damp, and then the paint just flakes off. And I'm like, it's got to the point where I'm like, you are just going to stay like that for now on. But you can see it. You can see the damp on the wall. I don't just say buy a sledgehammer just to come knock down your walls. I mean, it's one of them. It looks really nice, you know, when you got the property, because then it comes out onto some decking that needs replacing. I'm like, can I get one more summer out of this decking? Hopefully. I know someone who does decking, and I was like, oh, this is convenient. You do discount. That builder talk to you is sus. I know, I used them to do, when my floorboards here, they needed replacing, and they were like, how the hell haven't you gone through these? I was like, it was actually an internal building error. Funny enough, like, another person also said, their floorboards, when they redid their carpet, they were told, your floorboards aren't how they should be. So, I'm guessing there's quite a common building fault here. And there was another thing this builder said, like my porchway just gets so damp and mouldy. I've got some of them extractor things in there. You leave the door open, it still does, like the door is like proper dripping in condensation. You shut the porch door, it will still condensate. And he's like, you just got to leave the door open, love. And I'm like, well, I hadn't thought about that. You know, when you're just like, is he? I'm thinking surely he should be seeing pound signs here with like minimal jobs, but I've told him I need a vent in there, and he's like, no, you don't, just leave the door open, like in a porch door. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? I said to my dad, and he was like, you need a vent in here. I was like, thank you very much, because next door I've equally got the same problem. And last year he put down the bottom like some black paint stuff to stop it. I think it's increased it, so I might not know about these things. But I just need a man in to do them. Decks are easy though. At least it's just take it up. I don't know what's underneath it. It looks just like rubble. Again, that was here when I bought it. But it's now got to the point where I'm just like, I might... Part of it I'm going to take up in a slab, and then part of it keep like fresh decking down. And they also, I think they do lots of groundwork. So I'll be like, just come, do your work. I'll be like, do you discount? We tried not to have water damage. I know, right? That's why I've just left it. So whenever I do use that plug socket, because then I've got grass, I use a power brake thing, because I've got electric lawnmower. So if it decides to go bang, it will just cut off. I mean, it's fine. It's not like it's that bad. It's more it gets up to that point when the plug socket is. Basically, don't have a conservatory. They are a pain in the fucking arse. I mean, I've been here a long time. So I don't know how old the conservatory is. I'll have to double check, but it's kind of at the way in the world in England. It's like it's cheaper to buy a bigger house. What needs doing? Well, maybe not at the moment with the rates and things. But at some point it'll be cheaper to buy a bigger house. Just leave the door open. What? No way. I never thought of that. But the thing is, when it's winter and you leave that porch door open, oh my god, it's freezing. So it's like, I said I need a vent. He was like, no you don't. I was like, are you just telling me this so you can't be bothered to come and do the work? I was like, surely this should be really easy money for a little guy like him. Independent builder. Unless he was like, oh my god, let's not do any more work for her. I mean, he had a guy with him when he comes to the floorboards, and he was just brilliant. He was like, I'm going to do this in a day. It should have really been 2-day job. But he was like, we need to do this in a day. And I was like, okay. That's actually when I started to make my power armor. You probably wondered maybe you looked at it and thought, god, she's weird. Do you take people's kidneys as payments? I think that's maybe what I should have said to them. I just thought, how rude to sit there and just go like, now how are you going to finance this? Do you have enough in your bank account, or will you need a mortgage? Not a mortgage, a loan. It's like, that is none of your concern. Like, I thought it was, if he said like 2-3 grand, I'd been like, fair enough. Take it away, you know. Not 12.5 just for the roof. Plus they're fusing already. Yes, they're meant to be already sort of safety, but I use the plugs, this shut off thing, especially because my dad used to be a gardener. And so he was like, it's best, he said, the amount of times people who do go over wires of head, like chainsaws, head cutters and lawnmowers, you could potentially make it go bang inside the house. So it's just like a trip switch thing. So just to make sure, it's a safety block, just to make sure. I mean, it's pretty cool. I've got a little light switch that lights up. Well, it used to. My decking used to light up. It went bang. If you could just hang around for a little bit, so and a fat go from the back to fix it roof. I know. I mean, the fact is there is nothing structurally wrong with it. Touch wood. I just want a solid roof that would make this room functional, please. I was like, come again? How much money is this? So basically, I need to start a GoFundMe and be like, I'll start selling these pink sweaty gloves now, shall I? I'll be like, £1,000 per glove. Right? Hit him with that mind your business. I couldn't believe that. I was a bit like, okay, I can get where the builder's coming from, just leave the door open, because you can imagine the amount of brain cells some people don't have, and they probably don't, and they keep the door shut. I totally get that. I leave it on a crack anyway, so there is like some air going in there. So I can see where he was coming from, and it was literally going room to room. I'm going, I need a quote for everything here, so he wasn't expecting it all properly. But of course, if I say to him, I want a vent put in, it is my house, he will have to put a vent in, if you know what I mean, and I think that's what it needs. But I'm like, it's only a problem in the winter, so I am deciding what kind of light blue to do these on, and I'm not entirely sure to highlight. So I would like the conservatory to be my hobby room, but it's not usable for like 90% of the year. What's this payment? Agree to these terms. Zigzag, welcome. I am painting. This is bits of the Silent King. I know you can't really see. Oh, wow, I love that sound. Bits of the Silent King. Funny, it's too dummy thick, and he's. I can't see up. Maybe the builder would like it. Who knows? I mean, he was a very, very nice builder. To do 2 days of work in one, they were here till like sunrise to sunset and beyond, and he was just like, we don't want to, because it was the entirely 2 bedrooms upstairs. So he was like, that is just really awkward for anybody. So he was good. I would recommend him, but I was a bit like, I'm not that stupid. You know, I can imagine the type of people he probably does come across, you know. Yeah, just one. Bargain, I'll take 10 every one gloves, please. Then we're almost there, then we've almost made the quote. Be fair, I was like, I think I could find someone. I think even my builder was just like, something he could do would be the conservatory roof, but he was like, you probably need a specialist then, because you can't obviously then put like tiles. You need a certain roof to, when you exchange a conservatory roof, you can't just put like a solid heavy thing on because it's glass. So you kind of do need to know what you're doing. 12.5 grand, I was like, I could just buy a new conservatory. But then you also need planning permission, which are probably £12,500. I'll get there eventually. It's just one of them things I'm really excited about. I'm like trying not to go mad at once. So the next would be to get Mr. Builder back in and put a cupboard in, which then should help by pushing the heating downstairs, and also help to then try to redecorate, so it's less of a height. To be honest, I'm pretty arrogant when it comes to the and I'll try more or less anything. I mean, it's worth it though, isn't it, to try to save, you know, this, that and the other. So when you want like a jack of all trades kind of person. To be fair, it's the same. It's like you kind of have to shop around. So I remember when I got a quote to do the floorboards, one person was, what I paid for Mr. Builder wouldn't even got me, like, would have just got me one room. I got another quote who was also the same as my Mr. Builder. It was like this other company. I was like, you're taking the piss, aren't you? So you do have to shop around. Oh, I did not get them back in because I was like, I could literally hire 2 builders to sort this out at the same price as you're willing to do one room and. Ow, and not take the stuff away. Oh, and not take the stuff away. No, no, no. I was like, excuse me. Apart from my Mr. Builder, I did have to get the skip, but I was like, I can do this. Keep drilling holes until things. Just keep going. Yeah, exactly. Just keep drilling. Just keep hitting it until it works. Right? This is what we do. So I said, well, let's say this all fun again, so you get fibre aggression. I mean, that's not really ideal, or asbestos, or depending on how old your house is. Proper PPE. Wear proper PPE, kids! Exactly. What's this builder name? Bob. Can he fix it? Oh my god, that is fantastic. I mean, he was keen. He was a bit. I mean, to be fair, Mr. Builder was just like, you do know, if you wanted to do absolutely everything, he said, you know, this. He said it's unrealistic. That is what you're going to do all in one go. I was like, I'm aware of this. Unless I move out my house for about 5 months, you know, and you just move in and fix everything for me. He was like, if you went to do this all in one go, it's cheaper to buy a new house. I was like, I know. But he was like, but given your circumstances, I can see why living with a narcissist, nothing got done. I was like, uh-huh. I was very professional. I think enjoyed it as well, because I said to him, I was like, if you scrape the walls or do something, I said, chip my paint, don't worry because it's going to be redecorated. And he just sort of just like, relax. I was like, don't you worry. I was like, I'm not going to complain because it will be all redecorated at some point. So you could just see him sort of think, okay, good. Always fun, bunny suit all seems taped up for fun. Oh wait, there's a proper like hazmat, full on, like proper. That's when you know you've got a good builder. If they just rock up and go, and you just think, oh my god. But they all proper like everything. So my next goal is to do Mr. Builder to come back, get Mr. Builder to come back, and put a cupboard. Couldn't think the bloody word cupboard in, and then I could start on the bedrooms. But it's all like one thing at a time. And I was like, well, technically I could wait into the bedrooms until the next Black Friday because they were really good sales. And I can just finish and do everything else. Oh, to be fair, it'll be like the spare room will just be like, I'll just paint it. That's all it needs is just paint and recarpet in there. Doesn't need anything else doing. It's fun being an adult, isn't it? It's nice having your own house because then it's just like, I can paint and do what the fuck I like. It's cool. It's also expensive. Should I start doing like, hi, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna do this today, and just start like smashing down the wall? You know what I'd love in the spare room is like one of them, not quite VR, but you can get like a platform thing. You basically, it must be like a 4D kind of. Well, I suppose you're on a VR, but you're strapped in on a little round running disc. I've seen someone do it. She said she's lost so much weight doing it. I was like, oh, I bet, love, because you are literally running on the spot in game. And I'm like, wow. I think she streams it as well. Or like a proper like, you know, just walk into the nerd cave. That would be quite cool. I think like bedroom furniture will be probably next Black Friday. Whilst I work on everything else. Which is fine. We like a bargain. Like, all my living room furniture should have cost considerably a lot more, but Black Friday. The thing is though, you can, at the way that the country's going, you never know if someone like Wayfair is going to exist by Black Friday, so I'm closing down sales. Do a DIY video explaining the benefits of owning a cemetery tour. There we go. I could do that, couldn't I? I could actually knock it down and turn it into like a vault. That would be cool. It was quite handy though, space. Like when I was doing my Nucatron in the summer, I was just like, because I did it all paper mache, I just put it in there. And it just dried like instantly. It was so good. It didn't need none of this like 48 hours to dry. It was like done in like a day. It was fantastic. It needs 48 to 36 hours to fully dry. Oh man, looks so good right now. Would you like to go? It's good, right? Oh my god, you know what I mean? And she's on one of them like running platforms. That would be my dream. To maybe have in there. I'd be able to have nothing else in there. Would you like to go to a VR park? What, just actually like a park of VR? I tried to get my lot into that and they were like, nah. Airsoft, mate. Ah! I don't think I do fare well on such VR headsets though, unfortunately. I said, like, my only experience I had is like when you can put your mobile in a VR headset. I mean, that was when they first come out. Obviously, you can get, what is it, like, is it MetaQuest? What, oh, what's his name? Daz Reacts, I think. Is it MetaQuest he uses? And he's done like Taxi Simulator. I don't know if I'd fare well, because it makes me feel like really dizzy. And like head, it's like whoa. I realised this is like an hour late, but my first love in gaming I think was literally James Pond. James Pond. What is this? Dang, I bet I'd get you into one of those rooms with the lights off instead then. What? Was it like a light show like experience thing? I would like to try a VR headset thing again, but I'd want to also do it where I'm not out in public, so if I felt like really crap then it is like, it's okay. If you know what I mean. I'm just gonna paint Mr. Man here. Slowly turning the house into a nerd. I think every room has got something in it that is nerdified. Even the bathroom. So I'm just trying to build up a bit of colour on Mr. Man here. There's over in line of people doing them. It's a big square grid and you stand on the green lights for them. Moving red ones. Sounds a bit like Squid Game. I probably would suck at that, to be fair. So there's big plans this year. I'd love to start doing big cosplays, but I'm also like, I'd actually quite like to do the house up as well. Let me just paint this white. So I realise I haven't really spray painted that well. Or painted it that well. What did I do? Oh, I've clearly painted it. Random question. I've never done a cosplay convention or even watched one. How does it work? I could just YouTube, but like to hear from a competition winner. Well, thanking you. They can kind of vary. So the one that I met you at, they changed it for that year. Before it was just like you line up, and then they went, "Oh, we like these people." This year they actually took the time to speak to people. So the ones that I've done, the anime ones, they liked you to actually write a portfolio to show that you made them. So they say generally like, is it 80 to 90%? Some, I think big ones like MCM want you to basically make the whole thing yourself. The Anime League ones want you to declare if you have bought it, if you have handmade all of it, or it's 50-50. If you have bought it, and apply for the competition, you will not get a placement. If you have 50-50, they might consider giving you placement. If you have made it and prove that you can make it and it definitely looks like you made it, then you've got a chance. So it's quite fun. So some of the like Anime League ones that I've done, I've made my own songs, I've made my own cosplays, I've gave in like a 50 bazillion paged portfolio. But if you want to go for competition, just message me and I can give you some hints and things. So basically, the homemade, the more chance you are going to get in the final. If you have bought it, don't. The only reason why you would then go on stage is to show it off. Some places probably don't care, but majority of them, if you have bought your cosplay, you're not going to get placement. But there is nothing wrong with doing it. Like, I've even contemplated, I need a new Vault suit. I've made some before. Do I just buy one? There's absolutely nothing. I don't have anything against if you're using it for like content purposes. Yeah. Handmade, the better as well. And if you do go for a competition, the one that I met you at, they don't want a portfolio, but they will ask you questions, so you have to sort of be like ready. They'll tell you, they want to know what is your best bit, what did you make it out of, how long did it take you to do it, what was your inspiration, is there a whom is your inspiration. But the homemade, the better, because otherwise, I mean, they understand not everybody is capable. Like say some of them I've done, they're like, we expect wigs and shoes to be bought, because who the hell can make shoes and a wig? Or sometimes some of your accessories as well, they understand, like, you probably haven't, like, if I didn't have my 3D printer guy, you probably wouldn't be able to make this or have the resources, so they can be quite understanding, but to get a chance, if that makes sense. So I've done everything. I've made massive portfolio. I've made all of my cosplays proudly. Some people try and bullshit, and it's obvious. Should we just say? But I've got a friend who is in the finals, London Anime Finals, which is this weekend, and I said to him, just reach out if you've got any questions, because I've been in the finals twice there, and I came third last year, which isn't bad, and power armor when you can't move. So some of them also, I don't know what bigger ones like MCM are like. Some of them will judge on how well you can move and interact, which I'm with, like say the anime ones, I'm with quite a lot of people on it saying, well, that isn't fair, like on audience interaction, because if they don't know the character, if it's like say the anime leagues, it should be Anime and Gaming Con, they are anime heavy. So if I'm standing there in Fallout, many people know who the hell I am. So that can be difficult. So like my power armor, I even had a photographer from the gaming, the one last year, go, you're going to win this because you're hands down the best. And he's a photographer for their event, and he was like, how they place you third, I don't know. And I was like, I don't care. I was like, I got third. To me, I'm like, you know, they know what they're looking for. Yes, I'm in a massive power armor. I am restricted, and I knew that, but I made my own song. I made my own lyrics. I made absolutely everything. So it all depends. It does depend on where you go and what competition. It's really important to check the rules as well. Or like say, if you want to go for any of the ones that I've been in, message me and I can give you tips on what they are generally looking for handmade. The portfolio, they want, some places want everything. It's to prove that you have made it. So in the portfolio, like my power armor one is, I'm not kidding if I say it's like 50 pages long. That's how big my portfolio was. I mean, it's a big piece, but I included everything of why I chose it. you know, why it's my favourite. Here's pictures of it. And then you document absolutely everything. So the more you give them, I've done it for the Anime League one, the first year I was in the final, and they really couldn't give a crap to stand there and look through it, because I don't have the time. And then so last year, they changed it where they would actually sit down with you and discuss, and they had looked at your portfolio before because you had to submit it, whereas last time it was like 50-50. Some people were told to hand it in before you went, and then like I was one of the people who were told hand it in when you're there, which was but then they lost everyone's who they handed in before. So if that all makes sense, handmade, the better. They do understand like some things that you can't make, but as long as you disclose, because some judges aren't stupid, they can tell. I literally put everything down. In my songs and my lyrics, I put down in my portfolio. I included my Nuka Breaker because that was part of my outfit, down to like, oh, I did it this way, but that failed, so next time I will do it this way, or like, oh, or I tried to do it this way, this failed, so then I had to come up with something else. They love that. They love that. Put it on easy mode for the sake of my niece too. That's true. People will probably buy us to save it for wrestling next January, and someone wants to go to. Oh, cool! That's going to be our Christmas present. Oh, that's amazing. That's the thing. I also got a hankering to go abroad, and also to do some big trips. So I'm kind of like, how you manage it all, but then I forget what it's like not to be a cripple. It is a lot. But I'm more than happy if you're like, crazy, I really want to apply for like whatever, like go into a con. I will happily help guide you, especially the ones I've been in before. I realised about the portfolio stuff, that's really interesting, but I would be 100% handmade. So it's not all the ones, it's just the Anime League. They like a portfolio. The one that we met at, I won't dox where, they don't ask for it. Before it was you just walk on stage and then they pick. This year you walk on stage, they pick the top 10, and they pulled you aside and actually discussed with you, which is really nice. So you literally have to do it in like, you have like a minute. You know, an elevator pitch. You need an elevator pitch and highlight and pinpoint everything. So like my power armor, I was like, it's 100% handmade. It's all recycled material, cardboard boxes. I said there's a bit on my back of my power armor which I forgot mid-build. Brownie points putting it in. It was literally, I raided my recycling bin, and it's literally a Pringles tin, and on the end to get the cone shapes, the microwavable pots of sponges, the individual pots. Stuck them together because it's all paper mache, and they were like, that's actually really clever. And what they liked from using cardboard, what they told me is what they loved using cardboard and recycled materials is, like I said, that is just nostalgic to them. And that is, they said that is where the base where you start off on. And then you can, if I apply, when I go to the next con, at that con we met at, I was told I need to do a foam one, because they said they want to see me progress onto something up, but they were like, hands down, they were like, this is incredible. You haven't bought anything, you recycle. So the only bits I bought were like the piping for my power armor helmet and the lights. And there's like the little wheel on the back of the power armor that I bought that at Christmas time, which is like a reef, where you make your own reef. And they were like, you have thought of everything. I said even like the material lining, that was an old bed sheet, which then I bought the dye to do it. But you have an elevator pitch. So the other things as well, like on my power armor, I've got where you have Nuka Girl as me, courtesy of Watts. So I did mention you. I was like, my 3D printer guy done these as water decals, so I could then stick me on instead of Nuka Girl. It is me in my Nuka Girl cosplay. And both competitions I went to, they were like, that is such a genius like touch. And then when I had that on at UKGE, Louise Sugden, if you're into like miniatures, you may have heard Louise Sugden. I met her at Mephidius event in my Vault suit, and then I saw her at UKGE, and she recognised me, and she was like, oh my god, this is an upgrade. And then she was like talking to me, and she noticed, she was like, oh my god, that's you as Nuka Girl. I was like, yeah. But I'm happy to help. Champion. Thank you. My 2 squires. Art Gecko or what? I said, I've got 2 other squires. Creed and King, and they're like, we're not doing that again. You must be number 1 to me. Oh, thank you. So I've literally not built any other cosplay since I went into the finals last year at the end of February. I've not built any other cosplay in the last year because, to be fair, I made my Nuka, my Vault suit with armor. I've done Nuka Girl wasn't that much, it was just sewing some red ribbon on. I did my Nukatron. That took 4 months to build every day. I got burnout. And then my power armor literally took about 6 months from plan to build. Always plan. If you're building a cosplay, plan first. It sounds really stupid. Plan. I found it annoying, like my power armor, I based on my actual power armor helmet, but I made it a little bit bigger to kind of fit a bit more down my head, because the one I bought, it kind of sits a bit high up at the neck. I wanted to come down, but I couldn't get ahead because it's like I can only do that bit. I can only work on A, then I have to work on B, but I can't go back to A until I've done C, but I can't do C until I've done B. Plan. You rough that stuff. I am well happy to help. I shouldn't say that. I don't know how rough you have it some days. No, I know what you mean. It's time consuming. So this last year, like, even I've struggled to keep up with streams. A bit like, well, I've been adulting. No worries, random Arizona dude. Adult life, hey. I'm so honoured that you let me involved in a small tokenistic way. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You helping. Louise is awesome. She's lovely. Getting recognised by Louise. Louise is awesome. I couldn't believe it. When I went to Warhammer World in November, it was about 5 in the afternoon, and it just happened to, I was then painting the miniature with King, and we both looked up and we were like, bloody hell, it's Louise Sugden. Spotted her first. She was with a friend, and you know when you're sat there like, do I go and say hello? Do you recognise me? Do I just leave it? And then I looked up, and then it was the Honest Wargamer, and he clocked eyes with me, and I smiled at him, and I was like, no, I didn't go and say hello. I have met them both at the Fallout Factions launch event, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, I want to go and just speak to Louise and be like, hi, you haven't seen me out of cosplay. But to be fair, they had just arrived. Obviously, I think it was it shuts at like 6. They had come in with a friend each, so it was a I will look and smile and acknowledge your existence, but I didn't want to go and interrupt, because obviously they had brought a friend each in, or maybe it was like another couple, so I was a bit like, I also don't want to be then have Warhammer staff go, leave them alone, and I'll be like, I know them, but I wanted to go up to her and say, you haven't actually seen me out of cosplay. I was Vault Girl at your Fallout Factions launch event because it was at their venue, and then I was on the I was on the Mephidius stand at UKGE in my power armor. So she's lovely. Be here another hour or so until mine starts. Ooh, what are you doing tonight? If you're not following Arizona, I need to keep an eye on the time because I have got a very busy, a long day tomorrow. I say start at 9. And I will finish just about 8, but that translates in I basically have to that's a long day, get up, and by the time you get back and all that jazz, you know what I mean. I'll have about, my maximum is I'll have about just under 1 hour break tomorrow. That's delightful. If you're not following Random Arizona Dude, you need to go and follow him. That is also a requirement for this channel. He is another multi-streamer, variety streamer. Variety streamer. Also does Warhammer games as well, and Fallout. That's how we know each other. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. No worries. Honestly, I really want to get into making. I have got so many cosplays I want to do. I would like a new Vault suit. I would like to do a variant of the, like, do a little bobblehead. So if I go to UKGE, I want to be in a new Vault suit with a bobblehead because that's just easier to pack. Because we saw some really like tip UKGE, if you buy some scenery, because we saw some scenery we wanted, don't buy it on the first day. Or anything big. Or if you think, that's expensive, don't buy it on the second day. Go up in the afternoon on the last day. But because somebody had power armor that basically took up the entire car, we couldn't buy it. So if we go back, I want to go in a lighter cosplay. I mean, it was hot. I don't know, I saw the guy at the Mephidius Doom launch event. I was like, hey, it's me from Power Armor. He had to squirt water into my mouth because it was that hot, and he was like, this is so weird. I've not. I was like, it's one way to meet someone. But I was quite lucky where the Mephidius had their stand, and where they told me to stand, because I can't stand with my feet together and legs together in my power armor. I had a nice breeze. I have fans. I built in fans into my cosplay. But I didn't really do much there because it was freaking hot. Which is also a key factor if you are making cosplays. Like in my Nukatron, I built in fans, and I actually made them part of the cosplay too, so it looks like they're fridge vents. It's the same with my power armor. They're like, how do you breathe? I said, I put in fans. And they're like, oh my god, that's so clever. I was like, well, thank you. I was like, you still gotta breathe in your cosplay, so that's a top tip. It seems a very obvious tip, but it's one that's often overlooked. Last time I was at World, I had my one and only time of being Star Trek. We were in Bugman's and Jarvis was sat there. Ah, Jarvis, I've met him before, that was fine. Because I sat down, John. I've never been so Star Trek. Ah, and I've met musicians, but this was something else. There he is. You have that moment of decision in your head. I sat there and was like, do I go? Do I? Do I? Don't I? Do I? I saw the Honest Wargamer, and I was like, he probably won't remember who we are. Because he did, because at the Mephidius launch event, King came with me. And at the end, they were standing together. At the end, I was like, I'm really sorry, but I have to ask, can I have a selfie with you both, please? And we did. And then, because he's not really a selfie person either, Louise King. And then it was just me and Louise. We were holding our Vault Boy cushions. I think they were holding Vault Boy cushions, and I had Vault Boy. And one of their community, because she posted the picture, took the picture and then superimposed the Vault Boy cushion head onto my little Vault Boy, and then what did they do? Or did they took their heads and put them? They like edited. I can't remember exactly what they did. And then the Honest Wargamer went, let's get a picture of the wives. And then Louise went, okay, to like pose from thinking me and her, not wives, but sit there. And then the Honest Wargamer just went and had a selfie with King. Best ever. And like pulling a funny face as well. So me and Louise are like, okay, not a picture of us. They are so fun. They are so fun. And I have walked past her in Nottingham as well. And you're like, I'll let her shop. It's so lovely. She is really lovely. Honestly, if you've got a chance to go to Warhammer World, it is great. Especially even if you're not really into it, because I was like 2 months into it and I was like, I really want to go. I really want to go. If you love like minis and stuff, the expedition to the exhibit is worth it. I think it's like £8, but you can go if you get that like first thing in the morning. You could go. You just constantly could live in there. there's no limit on how many times you go in. You can go round and round. Boys got to stick. Exactly, the boys have got to stick together. The fact he called them both when they were only went a picture of the wives, and she was like, okay. I don't even think they're married. I think they're partners. Oh, I know they're partners, but I don't know if they're married. He just got a selfie. It was fantastic. I want to speak to John, but he was having his lunch, so I didn't say hello. But I wanted to do so much. The amount of inspiration from is crazy. I met females of Corn, all of Skindred, of Sheffield bad moments, but ah, see, that's the thing. I think they also respect that as well, because there is a level, isn't there? Because you think, I just want to see. If it was, I hands down guarantee you, because I was sat thinking, well, we have met them before. In fact, I've spoken to Lise twice, like, you know, and I'll paint the miniature, like, do I? If she makes eye contact and I look and I'll wave, but she was with a friend, he was with a friend, you know, you don't want to, like, and I imagine the staff will probably be quite hot on you. But something like that, when they're having lunch, you kind of think, can I just make eye contact and they know I've clocked them? Oh, I just saw my panic attack of indecision. Oh, that's quite sweet. Not for you, I'm sure. You must have thought, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But that is nice. When you see them, it's me, like, hopefully we're planning to go to Hobby House, which is Liam Dempsey. It's no hate to Liam Dempsey, but I can guarantee you, if Joe is there, King will be like, get out of my way. He won't care. Oh, yeah, so that's on the cards. I'd love to go to, we should be going. We're kind of in discussion at the moment. If we're going to do this, it's basically like a 600 mile trip to do everything else Warhammer based that we want to do. Or we might just go to Southampton, because that's quite a trek enough as it is. To go to the new hobby house that Liam Dempsey has now opened up, which is in Southampton. I saw that somebody has been there because they just had that open weekend, and I was like, oh look, they've been to Hobby House, and I shared them, and I shared that post, and I thought, please Hobby House. And then the guy who went, like, followed me back, and I was like, oh my god. He's like into like minis. He's a miniature person, obviously, but it's just weird. It's just weird when you just think, oh, okay, this is gonna sound really weird. When you know a streamer for so long and then you get to meet them in person. She says, and it's so strange. Like, I've had, like, I was at UKGE and had somebody from my chat, they come up, so I couldn't quite hear what they said, but they knew it was me. I've never met this person before in my life other than on my Twitch stream. Oh, I forget the name. This is when you put a go, that was me. I'll be like, I know it's one of you. It was like the first time I met Watts in person. He was like, the Spider-Man meme. It's you! It's you! Like I said, it's a respect thing. Meeting head guitars have gone. He was lost, so we pointed him. Oh, I needed to be, but then about 10 minutes later he came back to thank us and took pictures. That's sweet. If we had pestered him beforehand, it would have been a completely different experience. That is true. And you think that they probably respect that as well. That they're not. You kind of got to think you want to be the bigger person, but sometimes you're just, you know, and not be like hound them. But then it's also like, I'm probably never going to meet them again. They must know. They must know that people want to see them. I see it as a good thing. You know, if it wasn't for, you know, some people can be like really funny. You hear some celebrities and people like that are really funny, and you think, what if it wasn't for you or for us? They wouldn't be where they are now. But I get it if they're like constantly hounded, if you think their social media life and everything. But someone like them, all in the same community, and we're there, if you know what I mean. Because I was hoping this year, I know after UKGE with a couple of like other fantastic streamers, like painting streamers I've met literally via this, they might be going to UKGE like this year. I said to them, and they kind of, you know, if we plan like a meet-up there, how cool that would be. But I'm now like, I don't know if I'm gonna be here. I don't know when I'll find out. Because that would be really cool to meet like-minded. Also, that would be quite cool. Also to go to UKGE in a Warhammer cosplay. But I would love to be on the go and see Mephidius stand again. I've been invited. If I ever want to, I can. Oh, I'm like, that'd be so cool. So no, I didn't wash these. I don't think last time. But I was saying, I would like to go to UKG because it's a lot. If you love miniatures or tabletop, I mean, it is the UK biggest tabletop gaming convention. I would suggest that you go the 3 days. That was my first time going last year. And take a lot of money with you. Because you're probably going to buy everything in sight. And good walking shoes. To get from the car park to the venue. Well, I'm just going to layer these up. So I see, I would like to go to UKG. Because I would like to go to Tabletop Tactics, UKGE, Hobby House, and back to Warhammer World. That's quite a big trip to do. And I think UKGE last year, we were like, we know Joe and Liam are going to make an appearance, but they didn't make an appearance. They went to Warhammer World instead, and it was like, oh god damn it. I did get to meet the head person of D&D on the Mephidius stand, because I was there and I just happened to be there, and they're like, oh, let me introduce you to him. I was like, okay, and my friend's really into it, and he was like, oh my god. I was like, he was like, do you know who we just met? I was like, uh-huh. Was it Magic? D&D. I'd love to go to UKG one, but it's a lot with their kids. That's true. I can imagine that's quite, not attention spans as well, but that's a lot to do to go and try and sort of like entertain them and keep them and them not be so tired. I imagine that must be quite hard with a family. Especially if you've got, you know, more than like one child as well, and you want to go off and do what you want to do. I imagine that's quite a lot. I don't mean that in a nasty way. I just generally mean because it is so big. I'd never been to the NEC before, so I can imagine that must be quite a challenge. Or if one wants to go off and do one thing, another wants to do another, and you're like, where do I go? I imagine that would be quite hard. It's good though, they have got like a children's section. They have, it's not just like for adults, but I imagine that's, I mean, it was overwhelming being an adult. Well, hopefully one day you'll be able to get to go. But it is quite, oh my god, hot and a lot of people. Which you could probably imagine. Like, I'd never heard of it before until the year before when UKG contacted me. I was like, are you going? And I'm like, I've never heard of this before. So that's the only reason why I went last year. But also because it was like, oh my god, I want to go. Overwhelmingly, you could spend a lot of money. I could see that, and that's probably quite easy if they're like young or whatever, and they might run off. I imagine that would be quite hard to keep track of them as well, because it's literally a sea of people. It's bad enough as an adult because you just want to just run and see everything. One day, hopefully you'll be able to go. Like I said, I've only been once. I'm not sure if I can go this year. Which is also annoying because when you're just like, I want to know. I just like this because it completely changes the colour. Little girl has autism too, so that opens up a whole different set of challenges. Oh, yes, somewhere like that, especially if she doesn't like noise, I would definitely recommend like the ear defenders. It's quite loud and there is a lot of people. What day was it? There was a day when it was slightly quiet. I think it's like the afternoon of the last day. Because obviously everything is starting to wind down. I didn't make it on, I think it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday ordeal. We didn't make it on the Friday because we went to Warhammer World. So I can't comment how much it was. And I was on the stand for most of the day on Saturday, so just standing there. So I can't overly like comment what it was like on any other day. Apart from, yeah, the Saturday when everybody obviously is there. So it's for, my son started to show interest there. Ooh, that's cool. Taking through some of my Fallout minis. Nice. So for my daughter's 8. If it's normally, she's not interested at the moment. That's fair enough. I love how they have like their current like interests. Like my nephew is Spider-Man. He used to be big on Blue, but now it's like Spider-Man. I mean, which is quite given, really. Oh, I keep forgetting to do them bloody scarabs. You know when you put it down and you're like, there's another bit so I'm done. So I think that bit goes, is it that way round? Or is it that way? I can't remember which way round this actually goes. Oh, I'm quite glad how I painted that actually. Oh, and you could tell I went a bit more heavy-handed with the shade, which I prefer. I was a bit light-handed on the rest of it. So I need to go over and do that. And then that will have a little green orby bit. These will be green orbs. I've got a scarab there and a scarab under there. Orb, orb. Orb, orb. 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 I'm leaving these still. And so I know what I'm doing with exactly with the base. As I said, I hear has gotten into SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm so chuffed to hear it. Oh, nice. Everything Lily does at the moment is Bluey, or she's not interested, just as superheroes and K-pop Demon Hunters, but a little bit of Fallout. Who likes the robots? So Mr. Fuzzy being brought up right there, you know, brought up proper. SpongeBob's a daily background noise in our house. Me and the boss are just big kids. I mean, you have like the ultimate. What's going on there? Ultimate dream job, right? You have the ultimate dream job. I don't know what colour that is meant to be. It's a bit that I'm going to have to look at in the book and be like, where does this go? I do like when you dry brush though. Hope it turns out like that. So Mr. Man is now done. I'm not sure if I like him. I might redo him. I think I need a little bit of like light to come through. A bit like that. I don't think I like how I've done him. Or I might try and add some lighter bits or dab on some white. I'll let him fully dry. But you can see the complete difference, and I'm not sure if I like it. He's a bit too green. There's a little bit of white coming through. So I might just like tap on bits of white and then build up the colour again. Or paint him white and start again. I like the dark green bit, but I might just dab on some white and colour it up that way. It's not my favourite. I'm quite tempted to dab on white and do it that way. It took us to work in a toy shop, me and the sort of nice characters. That's really cool. I bet you get all the best things. Touch the reverse of Fallout on chasers. Oh my god. I had to buy my Fallout chasers. To be fair, I would have wanted them to have the non-chasers as well. To get the complete collection. I have got the tab up for Fallout Funko Pops. To remind me to pre-order the next ones. I paid fees so well. I mean, it's brilliant, right? I'm not. As I was painting, I was like, this is not coming out how I want it, so I'm going to redo that. I think I'm actually going to redo it. It looks better further away, but I want it to come out like that. It's not quite my favourite. Oh, sorry. He gives Prometheus, but I can't remember what the big alien things are called. I mean, he's got to go in between. There. He has to sit between that thing. I'm not that keen. I'm not that keen how it's turned out. Fine, at a discount. That's just not fair. You're in the right job, or also you're in the worst job because you spend all your money there. But I bet you can get a lot of good stuff. Would you ever try Fallout D&D? I did a little bit back ago. Chat the courier and another Instagram. I can't remember the name though. Somebody I knew wanted to set one up, but then they never did. I would, but it's a case of I'm never free. You can get the Fallout tabletop game, and I know somebody who they were like, we'll do this like online so everyone can join. So you get it. It's great, but also dangerous. The percentage of my wage go right back to the company. Imagine if you're on commission based though, then your missus could just buy it and be like, no, I would recommend it. So it was something that I was gonna do, but they didn't actually pursue it. So at the time I was like, I could do it, but now it's like, I'm not sure when I'd be able to fit it in, but it's something that I would like to try. I know I wanted to try doing the Fallout, the tabletop RPG game. RPG, is that how you say it? But I don't really know what happened there, and then there's been a whole, like, I think the person who was doing it fallen out with quite a considerable amount of the Fallout community. Now I'm like, oh, I don't think they're doing it anymore. Which I thought was great, because then they designed it, or they were going to do it so you don't actually have to have the game yourself. So you could just join, and then they'll be like, this is how you play. So you didn't have to buy the game yourself. And I'm like, I like this idea. But I don't think they are doing it anymore. Which is unfortunate. Good idea though. That's my cue. Oh no, I told you I need to get to bed really early, so I've been watching the time. So that's all I'm going to do tonight. I have to be quite strict with myself today how long I can stream from. It's 2 hours and 46 minutes. Because I have a very exceedingly long day tomorrow. So, yay, adult life. But thank you everyone for coming in. So we're like finalising some details, like the main details. And then I want to go in and highlight as well, which I need to make sure I'm going to get the right blue for. So I need to experiment. And I think I will redo him. I'm not 100% sold on him. So I've just done this on the dark shade, and I'm going to put the lighter bits on top. And figure out what the hell that bit, where that bit goes. That goes somewhere. I can tell you that. That goes somewhere. It's got 2 clip bits. They might not even be in here where it goes on to. But I'll have to find it. Almost looks like that should clip onto there. Maybe it does. If there's another bit, that might clip there. Which then, that means I'm going to do that in blue. But I'm not sure yet. Puzzle build day coming soon. Coming soon! It's currently loading. Coming soon is then going, what bit goes where? And I've got a step there. So they have been built. He's currently headless because it just keeps falling off. He's currently armless, which is at the back over there, which you can't see, but it's up the back there, his arm. And we have more pieces, which are waiting. And I've just got to do his robe, and then finish that one off. And I've left that, the main base, which this sits on, until I figure out how I'm going to be doing the main base. Well, you can't see that at all, can you? There we go! So I'm leaving that until I know how I'm doing the main base. I have an idea in my head. There's another bit. It's mainly in here now, where you can see. Looking good. Thank you! So there's still some more bits to do, but he is the main Necron figure, so he is the main boy. And he's got 2 companions with him as well. And then you've got 2 of these, which are completely separate. These are a completely separate thing to the main base, but they are the same thing. So if you're wondering what I'm on about, more than likely, this. So he's on one base, and these are on separate bases, but they move as a whole thing. So they have their own thing. So we're getting there. Quite a base, kind of simple, but then I wanted like the green to really like contrast and stick out. Oh, just the more I look at him, I'm like, I'm not sold. I need a bit more of his white to come back, but we'll see. Right, I shall pop my links into the chat. I think this now works over on YouTube. It did last time. There we go. making good progress with this, but he's going, isn't he? He's going. As you can tell, that we're literally doing it stream by stream because I can't fit in any other time. Yeah. So I'm gonna end there for sure because I need to get to bed. Tomorrow it's like, oh my god, it's a long day. To be fair, it's quite an exceedingly long week this week. So thank you everyone for coming in. I really appreciate coming in, having a good chat, a good hangout, and seeing the progression so far. He's getting there. And then we will have a puzzle build and be like, let's build the Silent King. All in one piece. That would be quite exciting to see. No worries, thank you so much all for coming in. I will be back on Friday. It should be normal time. I shouldn't be late. Yeah, because I'll be finished work about, I think 7 on Friday. So we'll be doing Fallout Friday, and then I'll be back on Sunday. I'll be finishing work about 6, so that should be good as well, because some days like Tuesdays, the next coming weeks, 8:30 is a bit of a push because I don't finish till about 7:30, so yeah. So I'll be back on Friday for Fallout Friday, and then I'll be back on Sunday for Fun Day Sunday. Probably be doing more of Let's Point This Way. I'm flipped to where I should be pointing. More of him. So we get in there. Let's raid out, shall we? So I stream 3 times a week, and we are restreaming. Oh, I wonder what that was. On both YouTube and Twitch. Oh, I didn't mean to click on this person. Because I've recently raided into them. I always think that, and then I go, it goes, actually, it's not been that. I've had fairly recently. I like to sort of try and raid into people so it matches. Oh, it's apparently Fashnet in the 76. My music has just stopped. Fantastic. There you go. Or we'll go to... Well, you know when you're also trying to look for someone? Right into. We're trying to like, it's like the pressure. To be fair, I don't particularly want to hang around too long. Okay, so we're gonna go actually into someone who we know. I want to have a look at this person because I'm like, I'm intrigued what they are doing. So should we? Go into this person because I'm intrigued. Let's go into this person because this person I haven't raided since the last person. So we're gonna go into Beyond the Box Art because I'm just intrigued. So thank you everyone for coming in. As I said, I'll be back on Friday for Fallout Friday. I'll be back on Sunday for Fun Day Sunday. I'll be back on Tabletop Tuesday. Make sure you follow me on all my other socials as well. So I'm on Twitch and YouTube right now. You can also find me on Instagram, X, TikTok. I also have a Discord as well, so feel free. And also if you want to join my Discord, the link is just there, or you can find it in all of my profiles, Twitch and YouTube. I have got a Mighty Miniatures section that you feel free, you can also share and many other things in. Oh, I can see it's half working. So thank you everyone for coming in. So you can find me on all of my other socials as well. So we'll be back on Friday. I'm really intrigued by what they're doing or what they're building. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. So take care everyone. I'm gonna head out. We're gonna raid out quite quick tonight because I'm quite tired. I need to get to bed. But until next time, take care everyone, and see you all soon. So we're raiding out over on Twitch. So take care and see you on Friday. Bye.